Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. We are back. We are back, man. Did you guys miss me over the weekend? I was out doing videos, man, but I'm back here today, man, for this live stream. Professor Melly Mel, the Hood Postman. Be sure to drop by the mailroom because we are sorting mail in the mailroom. We are delivering the message and we are reaching out to the people. So, once again, when this dope content drop, it'll hit like the first and the 15th. Be sure to subscribe, click the notification bell, press a thumbs up, drop a comment down below because we serious about this work we doing over here, man. You know, how you guys out there doing? Spencer, what's going on? Scotty, I see you in there. Johnny Sullivan, what's good, man? You guys are in. How's the mic sounding today? The mic sounding okay? Mic check the phone. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. What's good? What's good, Bully? Man, everything good, bro. Right on, OG Steve, man. Right on, man. I got the mail, man. The mail was delivered, bro. I appreciate you. Love you for that, man. The mic sounding all good? Okay, it's all good. Man, how you guys doing? How was your weekend, first and foremost? So, we got to get into some stuff, man, because listen, man, the city of Compton is outrageous right now. Still working on the Labor Day. Respect. Right on. Right on. Salute to you, bro. JP, still working, man. So how my peeps doing, man? Did everybody have a day off? Man, okay. So we got 9 people in the chat, just waiting for a few more people to join in, and then we'll take right off on this message, man. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. As for myself, I am having a marvelous day. And Pete, what's happening? Salute to Melly Mel, Pittsburgh in the house. Man, Craig Moore, what's sir? Marlena, what's up, Marlena? I see you out there. Good, good, good. Always smiles hit my face when I see you guys. And then you, Crystal, Lisa, James Smith. Right on, man. You called me a young man, huh? The ball game. What's good, man? Y'all shout out y'all areas where y'all from, man, so I can, let him anyway. Hey, Craig, ain't nothing up, man. I'm just chilling, bro. Just chilling. What about yourself? What did you do today, Craig? Okay, you guys saw the message. The message is clear. Stronger than yesterday. We gotta be stronger than yesterday because the revenge because there's enough revenge and blood and tears to create an ocean in the city of Compton. Let me say it again. There's enough revenge and blood and tears shed to create an ocean in the city of Compton. This is how bad the violence is. When I was growing up, things I did to protect myself, you know, and keep myself out of harm's way. I learned how to move in silence. I planned in private. My life was low key, and I prayed a lot. You gotta pray a lot. I don't care who you praying to or but still make sure them prayers be vocal. Don't pray in silence. Pray out loud because the universe responds to you. The universe is looking forward to hearing from you. But if you praying in silence, the only way you can hear, no one's listening. So again, always remember, pray a lot, man, because we living in a time where there's so much going on. I talked to my homie, man, Volcano. Volcano was from Spooktown. He has a brother and a nephew that's sitting over in the hospital right now as we speak. The incident occurred in Long Beach on the corner of Market and Orange. Senseless. Ronald Monk runs a business. He is a business. He is an entrepreneur. He serviced the community of Compton. He had mugs, t-shirts, bicycles, hoodies, anything he can put the label of Compton on it, he would do it. He has done it. He's doing the work. You can't move forward without being stronger than yesterday, Pooley. You absolutely correct. But back to Ron. So Ron decided to get his son some fruit from the fruit stand, and two individuals pulled up and shot this 8-year-old kid and the father. This is absolutely outrageous. Ronald has at least got to be 50 years old. So no way is he involved in any type of gang activity. It just ain't no way, you know. But our city is in peril. Our city, the way it looks, if you look at it from the potholes to the dilapidated buildings, and me and Bam talked about this, to everything you see around, it kind of fits the mood of the city when you look at the attitude of the people. Miss Reed, I see you uplifting healing energy to your family, your friend Ron. Absolutely. I appreciate that. I appreciate that for real. I really do, because the city needs healing, Miss Reed. The city is in peril. The city's in dire strait. The thought process, if you look at the city, how it looks, is kind of a reflection to how the people's attitudes in the city of Compton. There's streets, unpaved streets, many potholes. You'll tear your car driving up through the city. Some streets, some blocks in the city of Compton. The mayorship and the city council is just not working. It's just not working for the city. So this is why the title of this video is Stronger Than Yesterday. What up, Michael Jackson? I see you, bro. We have to be stronger than yesterday. You know, people people only believe they're blessed. Well, let me put it this way. People only label themselves blessed when money is involved, when money is involved. But it's much, much deeper than that. It's much deeper than that. There's certain things that you have to do every day to give to give yourself that space, to give yourself that peace, to make sure you're okay, mind, body, and spirit. But some people take all that for granted. They don't believe in, that these things must be addressed on a daily basis, the mind, body, and the spirit. Let's get them likes up for real. Let's get them likes up. Yeah, bomb content. I appreciate that. Gabriel, what's going on, bro? So, anybody, what's your thoughts out there? Pity, I see some people in here from the city of Compton. What's your thoughts about the city of Compton? Because I can go on and on about it, but I want to hear what your feedback is and what you think. What is the problem? Because you know what my thoughts are. Most of you have heard them. You know, the young is really very, very, very disrespectful, unruly. They get cagey at the slightest little difference. They get real cagey. You know what I mean? You know, they'll assume things based on assumption. They willing to take life based on an assumption, not nothing solid, nothing concrete. Because a lot of the stuff that's going on in their heads is delusional. Because if you on Percocets, Vicodins, Oxycontin, Roxycontin, uh, the syrup, right? Then on top of that, you got weed, you got Hennessy, and you got powder cocaine. You got at least 10 different drugs in your system at one time. How can you ever function like that as a normal person? How can you get any reason and logic out of anybody that? And that's most of them. That ain't just a few people that's in a bunch. That's the whole bunch. This is what they do. This is what they wake up doing. You know, during the pandemic, when the EDD and the PPP was being spread around, and the city virtually went on lockdown all around the country. All cities was like lockdown, schools were closed. A lot of people lost their jobs. A lot of people was confined to their homes. Not a whole lot of movement. There were no drive-bys. There were no killings. People was, once the money started rolling in, they was running to the malls. You know, the West Coast Mall out there in Costa Mesa told them don't bring no more EDD out here. We don't want it no more. They was going up in the Gucci store and the Fendi store and the Louis Vuitton store, dropping 10 and 15, 20,000, you know, not thinking about what tomorrow, not thinking about investment, not thinking about can I become actually become an entrepreneur, take this money and utilize it and build on it to where I'll be okay. Because at some point, see, all this is going to end. Then what are you left with if you didn't utilize the money right? No self-control leads to to no self-respect. You're right. You know, Big Devil, where you at, bro? Flossing on the gram. They was doing that. But you know what? You haven't seen anybody flossing the gram lately, have you? Remember how they was counting money on the gram? Facebook, TikTok. Then you had these cats that were sitting in their car counting money and somebody come up out of nowhere and snatch it, just all kind of crazy stuff, you know. Yeah, little Doc was definitely a target. It's funny that the feds got him off the streets after they made the huge change in the beef between the ESC and the F-13. You're right. Right on, Big Dev. You know the vibe. Money gone. Point seen, money gone, Craig. That's what that comes down to. I also went out to on the east side over there on the 25th and Central, where my partner, friend, Whitey Enterprise, man, he just got out from doing well. He's been out a while. He did over 30 years in the feds. He did 30 years of feds. And I went up in there, man. He had pictures of all the players. He had Tootie Reese. He had Keno. He had Big Jimbo. He had Cadillac Bob. He had Blackjack Murray. He had Flint. He had my boy Norris Mays, Pimpin' Nate, you know. He just had a picture of everybody on his wall. And the way the sunlight was hitting it, I really couldn't get good pictures. Spook to sit by the door. What y'all taught us was cool to be addicted. Salute. We didn't teach you that. Oh, it wasn't cool to be addicted. Yeah, yeah, right. Okay, got you. I gotta catch up with you now. Wait a minute. Michael Jackson say, "Let the naked and the cat." It said, "What's up?" And I heard, "Oh, Joe Naked." Yeah, that's my boy. T Bone was out, but I haven't seen him yet. Yeah, T Bone is out. T Bone is out. T Bone is up in Washington, bro. Oh, you just left Naked and Cat? Okay. Yeah, so went up there to Whitey, and man, that man been gone 30 years. 30 years. The man had 4 businesses going right now on one corner, 25th and Central. Go right now, man. He got the popping chicken, and he got some ridiculous names. You know, he got a brick or cutting up rocks, and some of the meals are named that. You know what I mean? Named after work. You man, it's off the chart. It's off the chain. You know what I mean? A bird. How many birds you want? You know, he got the names. You know, it's almost like he's still in life. Same energy, same nuance, just a different product. You know, different product, totally different product. You know what I mean? Yeah. Technology is teaching them to use their common sense. Technology is teaching them not to use. Oh yeah, well yeah, yeah. Because here, you know what, Pooley? If I got a PlayStation 5 controller in my left hand, I got a goddamn it in my right hand, right? Squeezing. Both of them are capable in the virtual sense. One is in the virtual sense, one is in reality, right? In the virtual sense, you kill as many as you can, right? In the reality sense, you can kill as many as you can, right? But how do you differ from one to the other if you got 10 different drugs in you? You know, does the virtual become the reality? Does your abnormal thinking become your normal thinking? Mike Jones, OG, how you get along? Man, all men shit. Lil D, Daryl Reed, JB, James Beasley, all the Muslim cats, all the cats out of Vallejo, Berkeley, B Town, you know, Oaktown, the city. I got along perfect with all them cats, man. We was Cali in the feds. I mean, you know, you had your little section, but we Cali, bro. You know, the Master P did what? Yeah, yeah, he damn sure did. That's what he did. Wow. Yeah, that's Scotty, big deal. Yep, San Jose, they was in the house. Sacramento was in the house. You know, it was all man. I was up in there with some amazing cats, man. Especially little Daryl Reed. They call him Little Partner, the nephew of Felix Mitchell. Then James Beasley, JB, Mr. San Francisco, as I like to call him. Good people, man. Me and JB used to chop it up every day, man. JB actually was sharp in the real estate. Show me how to use the Barron real estate dictionary to define real estate terms. Show me a lot about that. You know what I mean? We was able to break some stuff down, man, and got real deep with it. Did you ever turn Muslim in the feds? I used to go to a lot of Muslim service because in the feds you got a lot of time, man. So I went to the Muslim service. I also took up Kundalini yoga. I even went to some of the Christian services. I, used to go and do meditation. I did a lot of stuff, man. I even sat in a sukkah with the Jewish people. Yeah, doing Yom Kippur. Yeah, sure did. Then they had the sweat lodges, and then they had the the white boys. Man, they had something called oatness. I guess that come from the Norwegians part of the world where they, kind of like the Vikings. That's where that come from, the oatness. So they represented, man, the fairs, like whatever you had, man, they had the Rastafarian following in there, Zoroastrian, man, they accommodated everybody's religion in there. Believe that. All original, 5150. What's good with you? What's good with you, Chris? Much respect from the California Young Black Panthers. Skills, still black and still powerful. Y'all, yeah, Monrovia style. Yeah, you're right, man. I got you, McKnight. I got you. I follow you on that. Virtual on the screen, real, real, real. Mine. that looks at how the same thoughts are synchronized, readers, and seek out their sentiments in the kind group all together, easy to find. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. So yeah, man. I used to top media TV. I did I even learned some Arabic while I was in it. Wudu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillah ar-Rahman rahim. Yeah. Yeah, I learned some stuff. Qul wallahu ahad. All I knew all that. Frank Lewis, what's up, boy? Yeah, baby. And blessings to all. Yeah, so I think a lot of stuff, man, when you in these circumstances, man, it's best to learn as much as you can because again, knowledge is not power. Money isn't power, but information is power because information will lead you into both of the other areas that is not as power. But knowledge in itself and money in itself is not power because you can sell information. And that's all YouTube is doing. They selling information. You know the vibe. Right, right. Aramaic, Amharic. Yep. American. Yep. I'm showing out today. I got a little skills, I got a little skills. I got a little skills. Wanatani kalkatar fasabibiru inashanika huwalaptar. Yeah, I got a few skills. Was David Mack known as the runner? Hello, everyone. Cynthia Nunn is in the house. Miss Nunn has entered the house, y'all. She has entered the building. What do you guys? Anybody have any questions? Did Cynthia Nunn answer all my questions, y'all? What do y'all think? Did she really come through? I think she did. Yeah, she's a queen, right? She's a queen. I try to get her to run for the mayor in Compton because those people over there are ridiculous. They don't care. Cynthia Nunn cares about the city. She cares about the city. Before you came, Cynthia, we were discussing how the city lived, and the city is actually a reflection of a lot of the individuals that live there. When I'm saying that there's unpaved streets and the potholes and different things in the streets, and I know you're not advocate to this. I know that you want to see your city thrive and grow and be the best version of itself. I know that because I've talked to you. I come up there. I sat with you, with your daughters, your grandkids, be up there, your son, and everybody else that comes around. You just good people. But we might need you to actually run for mayor, Cynthia. That's just bottom line. Yes, you know Mob James. Cynthia raised got of those guys over there. They were little guys when they was growing up, and Cynthia was, 'cause Cynthia's. I'm not gonna give her age out, but she know. The religion divides more than anything else. Yet, well, I will say this. I will say this, Matthew. Everything we know about religion came from another man. That part is true. Cynthia Nunn for mayor, right on. David Mack, crooked ass, was a killer claiming Ludus Park, Paru, in the feds where he grew up. Interesting. Yeah, well, they accommodated them. It may not be a religion, but they accommodated them. That's what the feds do. I'm not saying it was a religion. What I'm saying is that whatever you presented to the feds when you in there, as what your faith or your following is, they accommodate you on it. Yeah. What's up, Aki? Was supposed to big bro, Melly. Right on, right on. I don't like the new mirror. Why not? What's going on? Oh, Asia just took good. Yeah, she just took. You know what was crazy about Asia, right? And I warned the guys, right? She got all them guys out there in Compton College. You had all the Bloods. You had a gang of Crips and Bloods and all these different people. And she took this huge picture a huge picture with her out front, and she sent it to Washington D.C. And I told them, I said, man, this lady is using you guys for political clout, and she used it. So now she repositioned herself. She's probably going to run for Congress, Assembly, or something more higher than a mirror. Guaranteed. You watch. You mark my words. Remember, Professor Melly Mill told you that. She used the people of the city of Compton to put herself in position for something bigger. That's all it was. And because she sent the picture to Obama saying, "Yeah, we got the gangs over here. We got them all under control. We got them getting along." And blah blah blah. She promised jobs. She promised uh, resources to the community. She promised a lot of different things that didn't really never. Some of the things I'm not going to take it away from everything. Some of the things she did actually come through on. She got a couple of people jobs. Slick was a recipient of a job from Asia Brown, Slick and Taboo, if I'm not mistaken, right, Cynthia? Yep, there you go. Post it on your YouTube channel. See, Cynthia got the pick. Yep. Yeshua, Muhammad Ali. What's good, bro? Right. Right, Cynthia? So yeah. So if you got 90,000 people in the city of Compton, right? But less than 4 to 5,000 vote, what is that saying? You know, what is that saying? Because the national politics really don't have effect on as more as the local politics. If you got control of the local politics in your city, you can pretty much run your city the way, because at that point politicians become afraid, and they willing more to listen to the people versus going on their own accord. And anything that you don't like, you vote their ass right back out. See, Mr. Scott, what's good, bro? Check it in from London. Let's see what is it. And because the blacks always follow people in ways, how do we regrow? How do we regrow our knowledge? Because our ancestors must be disappointed in us. Well, they could be, but we really don't know the answer to that, because we were lost. We're lost people, man. We were stripped of knowledge, information, culture, language, diet. They took all that from us, and they replaced it with a bunch of substitutes that really haven't been good for us. They haven't been conducive to our nature and who we are as a people. We're melanated people. We're the salt of the earth. Let's see. My respect to the monetary arts, like Cynthia now. Right on, right on. Civil Nation, right on. Yeah. Cynthia is definitely gotta, but Slick, her and Slick gets into it a lot though. Good day, good day, good day, y'all. Right on, Jeb. How you doing out there? So, what are some of the questions you guys got in regards to anything, politics, religion, the gang bang? What do you think about the condition of the Compton? What do you think about some of the people that we lost? As of recently, the senseless. Because let me tell you something. A lot of this stuff is perpetrated by people that don't even live in the city. They come back to the city, they jump on the live feed and say, "Hey, y'all, look at me. I'm from such and such and such and such. I'm over here." And then they jump in their car and leave. And then the guys that actually live there have to deal with whatever problem that they created. But they jumped in their car and left and went back to Moreno Valley, or went back to Lake Elsinore, or went back to Hemet, or went back to Lancaster, Barstow, whatever they from. That's what they do. And they leave the people in Compton sitting there to defend whatever they started. I believe heaven and hell is right here. Either you in heaven or you in hell in your life. You know, like I told you in an opening statement, I told you how I learned to move in silence, I plan in private. I live my life low key, and I prayed a lot. That's what I did, and so far that's worked for me. You know, because revenge, and you look at the theme in the revenge, right? Not the initial. The initial was bad enough, but the revenge part, there's enough blood and tears created, shed in the city of Compton that you can create a new ocean. That's just how much body fluids is flowing through the streets of Compton. And nobody seems to really, I mean, there's some people that takes it very serious, but there's a whole lot of others that don't have no regard for it, don't care. And their attitude shows it, you know. My heaven and hell is different from everyone else. Hey man, you deserve the right to determine what it is. When I'm coming to Atlanta, man, I would love to come to Atlanta. I haven't made any plans. I've been trying to wait till some of this coronavirus stuff die down, man, you know, because I think it ain't good to just change environments like that, you know. Because I actually had some people that come out here to Texas, to California, and all of them got sick. They all got sick. It should be enough to be example. You're right. Judgment Day will make them either go to heaven or hell. I think we're living in that right now, bro. Just my opinion on it. You don't have that. How do I feel about the vaccine, man? You know what? The vaccine has got such a poor information bank associated with. You know what I mean? Because they haven't had. Let's be honest. They haven't had a great track record. But then there's some things where you look at it and say, maybe it is okay. You know what I mean? Based on the polio, the measles, and some of the other vaccinations they have given out. But me myself personally, I have never taken a flu shot. Never. The way people speak on Judgment Day, but where's the waiting room until then? Just curious. Is that purgatory you speaking about? That seems to be from the biblical perspective. They speak of purgatory. I think purgatory would be considered the waiting room. Did you know Mom James and Keefy D in the day? Yeah, I know both of them. Matter of fact, I've been having some conversations with Keefy D. I don't have conversations with definitely had conversations with Mom James, but as of lately, had a couple of conversations with Keefy D. I'm not gonna relate to you what they are or what he's talking about, but I'll see as we go and see what he says, and he'll give me specifics on how he want to proceed. You know, but I'm not here. See, this is what people get twisted about me is that I look at everything from a journalistic perspective. I have no opinion about what you think and how you feel. Although it may come across in my mind like, damn, that's kind of peculiar, but I won't reveal it to you. Other words, to make you feel some type of way other than the way you were meant to feel or the way you think you should feel. Don't let me alter that based on my opinion. So I try not to have one, although we all fall short. I try not to have an opinion because at the end of the day, would anyone think of me or if somebody think of you, let's use you. What anybody think of you is really none of your business. Because ultimately, what you think of yourself is what matters in this life. Nothing else matters. What's up, Hitty? Where you been, boy? Henny God Slick is in the house. They just woke up. Okay, from a nap, man. I have to take those, man. When you get 62, you take naps, bro. Are you near 62? Solid principles. Yeah, right, Jeb. You gotta have principles, man. You gotta have principles, man, and that's what's wrong, man. We don't have no code of conduct. We don't know how to be on code with one another. We mistrust each other, but that's just how we've been bred and how we've been raised in Western culture society. Western culture society has really done a number on our people. But in order to receive the truth, you got to first take the lies out. You got to take Columbus. You got to take that Christmas stuff out. You got to take the Easter bunny. You got to take all that crap out your head. That stuff is serving no purpose. All those things I just named, whether it's Christmas, whether it's Valentine's Day, whether it's Easter, whether it's 4th of July, whether it's Labor Day, Veterans Day, they all those days are meant for economy boosters. They go along with the economy of this country. They tied in based on the economics and the gross domestic product. So much money must be spent during these time periods, and that's why they create those holidays specifically for you to go out, run out, and spend a bunch of money. Black Friday, same thing. Those are proxy holidays. You know, they just put them in there, man, and you run out there, willy nilly, thinking you getting your deal. All that stuff is crap. It's all made in China, you know. Although we need it, But here's another thing: only people, people only label themselves blessed when money is involved. But it's deeper than that because money is a product. Money is a byproduct. It affords you to do the things you love to do and also allow you to do the things you don't want to do. After then, money really has no use. Because here's the thing, right? Say for instance, you got a house full of money, just tons of it, right? It is 7 below zero outside, and all you have is a match, and you have a little kindling, and you have money to keep warm. Guess what's gonna happen? Law of nature is gonna kick in, and self-preservation will take over and say, "Hey, the hell with that money. I need to won't be warm to survive." And and at that point, money is not has absolutely no value. The only value it has is keeping your butt warm, and so you can live to see a newer day. That's it. They stepping on the cocaine with the fentanyl now, and we are in the dark days. Yep, you know what, they've been doing that, but they starting to increase it. Marlene, they starting to increase it. You're right. 722, bro. That's when they hood day is 722. That's the SBC on the dial pad. If you go look at the dial pad on your phone, the BC is represented by the 22 and the S is represented by the 7. That's how they come up with that. The party will never stop. Y'all can dig that. They are pagans. Yeah, they are pagan holidays. I just put it in simpler terms, bro. I know what they are, but I put them in simpler terms so you can understand what the significance of the holidays are for today. That's what they are, economy boosters, for you to keep the economy flowing and thriving. That's why they gave you all that PPP and that EDD money. They knew what they were doing when they did that. Make no mistake, this country do use think tanks. They put think tanks 5 and 10 years. They already know things is going to occur and when it's going to happen, way before you ever know it. Believe that. If you don't think so, go get Behold a Pale Horse, William Milton Cooper, naval intelligence officer. They actually he actually lost his life after he wrote that book, but the book was all and it became mainstream print, so it's in great circulation. But go read. I suggest you go read it. Yeah, you see that? Well, actually, KVD contacted me, bro. He contacted me. We talked. But here's the thing, right? I would not talk to anybody that's going to use profane language, speak out of turn, or can't formulate a sentence. Other words, if you can't, people only use profane language when they lost for a better term or a better definition, or or failure to communicate. Right. So we all have a dictionary. We all went to school. We all learned things. So you got to be able to advance your skills and make them to the way where you don't have to speak to some people saying in this f that, you know, all that. That's really not all. Although we all do it at times, sometimes it comes out of anger and frustration. But you always need to be mindful that you need to speak clear and use good language to express yourself and articulate yourself. Yep. So yeah, we had a discussion. The crate challenge. I know I won't be doing no crate challenge because guess what, right? Crate challenge, right? You'll find a bunch of brothers able to do the crate challenge, but they won't do the challenge of making money together. But they can get together to do the crate challenge. And then you got other people that's looking around that watch them brothers fall down. What does that tell you? You know, they can build crates together, but can't build money together or build businesses together. But they can't. But the premise of the crate challenge is to watch them crumble down, fall back down. You get that? I mean, that's kind of metaphoric, right? That's metaphorical to watch black people crumble back down to the ground. That seems like that's a big old joke right there. Bang that like button, man. Right on, Big Devil. Yeah, it's nothing new. I think he made a lot of misstatements in there, but a lot of that stuff you understand too, Marlene. You got to understand that it's just shock value. That's where we living at. A lot of people. I don't particularly do shock value. I want to be real with my people. I want to keep it 100, best of my knowledge. That's what Charleston White. You see what Charleston White is with the shock value. His numbers had dropped severely. He's in critical condition right now with that, with his numbers, comparative to when he first got started. Numbers dropped a great deal. Yeah, man. You find that wall over there and bust your head up against it and discipline yourself. That's better dog Bruno. What do y'all think about Little Nas X and his character and the weird ass agenda they are pushing? You know what? You just have to be careful with that stuff and not if that's not for you, disassociate yourself with it. Don't even entertain it. They got people that entertains that stuff, that's into that. I don't have no opinion about it. That's them, not me. It's not what I do. I'd rather sit here and talk to you guys and try to get some rationale and some understanding. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, it ain't that the young people don't know how to think, or it ain't in fact that they don't understand. The fact of the matter is they don't know what thinking is because they equate it with emotions, and when something become emotionalized, it become reactionary. You know. I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know what he is, man. I see him, but I don't see him. Charleston's a straight narcissist, man. Charleston, man, his problem is that he lacked impulse control. And you guys don't heard me say this. I will not deviate for what I believe about him. And I'm not downing him. I'm just explaining to you what I see, what's like right there in front of my face. He lacked impulse control. phraseology and the tonality of which he speaks to a people that he claims he's helping is not right. Because you can't use that type of tone, you know, slanging that type of language and talking about you helping the children, but at the same time, when Mob James presented, what if you could say one out of four, he said he don't give a f. You understand? That spoke volumes to me, man. Like, wow, he don't want to say one child. So what is he there for real? You know, he can be a distraction if you allow yourself to fall into that. You know, it can be. Teach your truth. They're exploding that boy. Yeah, you know. So Miss Reed, what do you think about what we discussing? Marlena, what do you think? Where's Lisa at today? Is she in there? Western Ave Queen. Yes. Yep. What does it say about the clown? You know, you can't be mad at the clown for being a clown. You got to be mad at yourself for entertaining the clown. You understand? Because people gonna be who they are or who they think they are. You know, he didn't grow up fighting with that mouth. He would have been fighting every day and dead growing up in the South, Central Los Angeles. Yeah, well, you know, yeah. I got you pulling over. Don't do that. I mean, you know, I didn't want you to do that. I just was wondering, were you there? What was my favorite rapper? My favorite rapper, right? Believe it or not, right? Guru is one of my favorite rappers. I like lyricists. I like J. Cole. I like Kendrick Lamar. I like MC8. I like anybody that's a lyricist, anybody that can tell a story. I don't like the mumble stuff, man, because wait a minute, let me see what she said. We got me pulling over on the freeway, right? You entertain a clown, you become a part of the circus. Yeah, yeah, you see, Marlene. That's it. You entertain a clown, you become part of the circus. So yeah, back to the rap, right? I like X Clan. I like Chuck D. I like O Ice Cube when he was hanging out with the minister, Khalid Abdul Muhammad. You know, when you speak to our people, man, you know, and you able to articulate the message that that you seeing from the lens of your eyes, and you reflect it back to them in a way that is loving, that is embracing, that is conducive for the people, for the growth and the development of the people, and you're not using degradation towards our women, you know, calling the most beautiful woman on the planet, man, the original woman. Anything else is just a copy, bro. How you trade in the original woman for a copy? We're the salt of the earth. Where does that thinking come from? How do you get to that point? How you get so disassembled in your own mental to where you don't recognize that the black woman is the original woman. The black man is the original man. They are hue man. Hue, color, melon, hue man. Simplistic. It's not complicated. Cowboy, Henny God is speaking to you. What did we think about Timmy Rue? I didn't really think of nothing about it. I thought he was I thought he was corny. I thought he was a clown. So again, back to what Marlena said. She said, "You entertain a clown, you become part of the circus. I don't list to become part of nobody's circus. I spend my time and my day researching, studying, and learning when I'm not driving this truck, or when I'm not speaking to you guys on the internet, or when I'm not doing videos. Those things seem to be, and I'm not, when I'm with my wife doing whatever she need me to do, yeah. Let me tell you a story, right? It's a story, right? It's got to do with the lie and the truth. And it happened during the dark ages. During the dark ages, everything went dark. All There was no information. All the books and stuff was being burned. Information was being suppressed. But what happened? A lie invited the truth to go swimming. So the truth, like, okay. So the truth and the lie begin to take off the truth began to take off his clothes and get into the pool. So the lie turns to the truth and said, "Hey, I got an idea. Once you go under the water, keep your head on the water, and I'll keep count of time." So the truth goes under the water. After the truth goes under the water, the lie begin to clothe himself in truth clothing and went running down the street. So the people that saw the lie coming, they said, "Hey, that looks like truth." Remind you, it said that looks like truth. So the truth comes up out the water and realized that the lie had took advantage. The truth climbs out the pool and gave chase after the lie. And another person looks at it and says, "Well, no, 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 no. But look here. Here come the naked truth." The naked truth caught up to the lie and began to take his clothing back. Truth took back his clothing from the lie. And that's what needs to happen now. The truth is catching up to the lie. That's why all this Google and all this Chrome and all these different sites, they provide you with information. Information is key to your success, to your everyday activity. What don't come out in the wash, come out in the rinse. Miss Reed, true mind, terrible thing to waste. You're right, Cynthia. So what do you guys think of that metaphor I just said? Did you understand what I just said? Did you guys really understand what I just said? Because we're dealing with the dark ages, right? When all information, books, writings, everything was suppressed. This is when the time when they switched everything. Jesus went in black. When the dark ages finished, Jesus came out white. All the followers, all the disciples, everything reflected Europeanism. See, Europeanism is a psychophilosophical vehicle or spiritual and intellectual enslavement. That's what it is. And it has three ends. And those three ends are to marginalize, undervalue, and underestimate melanated people. See what happens when they come out the dark age, they took what was part of you, where you came, because you come from kingdoms and complex architecture. They took your whole life, revised it, rewrote it, repackaged it, and sold it back to you, and you bought it. And a lot of these preachers are help solidify that lie. Reason why? Money. We back to money again. See, it's prosperity. Yeah. See, I fell in love with reading because reading expanded my horizon, opened up my world, put me on a universal, put me put me amongst the stars. Shoot for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars. That was my frame of thinking. Yep. Right on, Marlene. Give me my flowers. Caesar Borgia, right? Yep. Yep. See. But all this happened during the dark ages. How many people, how many people are being taught that in Sunday school? The things I just said. Think about it. They're not teaching that. There's a book by I can't think of his name, the author name, but it's called The Book the Church Don't Want You to Read. Google that. The guy name is Lee something, Lee something. You find that book and you might get overwhelmed. If you stomp down religion, really, really religious, you see, because I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I'm spiritual. You read that book, it may anger you, it may enlighten you, or you may just deny it altogether because that's what religion does. Religion causes your mind to shut down, to refute and refuse to hear anything outside of what's been taught in Western cultural society. That's part of the mechanisms to keep you locked in. One thing blacks need to also understand, not all of us were kings and were part of a great empire. Everyone had their part. That's true. I will not disagree with that. Yes, it's all hidden in the Vatican. Yeah. But there's a way, see, there's a way to understand and read your Bible. There's a way to understand and read your Quran, but there's also incorrect ways to do it because you allow other individuals. Yep, because you allow other individuals who don't have they have agendas attached to the way they teach. Yeah, the Book of Enoch. What was the other book? The Lost Books of Enoch. Was it Lost Books of Enoch? Few lost books. I read that book too. I just can't remember the name of it. Yeah. My favorite book, what I have many of those, Miss Reed. I have many favorite books. But I'll tell you the first book that ever just shook me out of my boots and froze me in place. And when I read that book, I read it again to make sure I was understanding what I was reading. It's called Breaking the Chains of Psychological Slavery, Naeem Akbar. I read that book. And then I got the book by the sister, Saharza Ali, Are You Still a Slave? And at the end of the book, when you finish reading that book, there's a test in the back of the book. And you take the test, and it'll let you know that you're a slave. I took the test, and I was a slave. And I got so mad, so mad. And from that point on, I was determined not to ever be a slave. You see, because what happens to us, right? A cage is not your home. I'm talking about the brothers that's been incarcerated. A cage is not your home, nor is your habitat. Your creator created you to be in an open environment. Even if they paint your cage a solid gold, you should never accept the existence of being in a cage. But what they did, it backfired on them. They backfired on them because what happened. That's how you got the George Jacksons and the Jonathans and you know freedom fighters, Abu Jamal, you know Sadaka Shakur, Atheni Shakur, and all these different people, right? Malcolm X, just to name a few, became became gods. I'm talking about for information, became giants. You know, whether you guys like the Nation of Islam and Nation or not, Elijah Muhammad was a real leader. He was a real Fred Hampton. The reason why he was a real leader, he created something for you, and he showed you through his acts, through action and deeds, that it worked for you. He took some of the worst people and put them in suits. He put some of the worst women and put them in dresses and nice, made them all uniform, made them look good, and taught them right from wrong. And he gave you a book. The book was a message to the black man. That's what leaders do. Leaders create economy, they create a way out, and they show you who you are. That's what a true leader did. Jesse Jackson hasn't done that. Al Sharptongue hasn't done. Close the door, Jesse Jackson. Al Sharptongue hasn't done that. Countless of people. Sorry about that. I popped myself out. So when people tell you they're leaders, if they haven't done those four things, they're not a leader. Farrakhan is not a leader. Farrakhan just took what somebody else did and did it. Even Noble Drew Ali was a leader because he created his own following, his own theology, his own, you know what I mean? Creflo Dollar is not a leader. He's a smooth sayer. You know the difference, man. You got to know the difference what a leader does, you know. Yeah. If only black people thought of America like that, no matter how nice this cage looks. Yep, you're right. But how many times have you ever heard what I just said to you? Even the part well, when I talk about the truth and the lie, and I talk about the dark ages. How many times have you ever heard that in Sunday school? They know it. They know it because that's where I got it from. Just every Sunday school is not going to teach that. See? Yeah, they both see because you're right, Miss Reed. Even though see the thing about the Quran, at least the Quran would tell you keep studying, keep going, follow it to the end. No matter where the information is, go after it. People that teach from the Bible don't want you to go outside of the Bible because they want you to remain right there. They want you to remain sheep. Although they read all those individuals that run these mega churches, they read everything. They're not limited to one thing. Yeah, they too quick to label them as leaders. You're right, Pooley. Too quick. Most of them are a proxy. Bo Taylor was a yeah. Bo Taylor created his way, man. You know, I can't take nothing from him. Can't take nothing from that brother, man. I know some people, it's hard to sometimes handle some of these truths. You know, it just is, man. And when somebody put them to you, you recognize them. See, because that's what the Bible is. Reason why our people are so drawn to the Bible or drawn to religion because you guys recognize something. See, black people has an infinity for truth, an infinity for truth. So they put a little truth in there. That's why you're drawn to it. But it's just a lure to lure you in, to snare you into their way of thinking, the way they want to frame it, to where you become indoctrinated. Every culture has much to offer. See, I'm liking this dialogue right here because this is a real dialogue that has a lot of substance to it. So, you know, never say Professor Melly Mill is limited. The only limitations anyone ever have is the ones they place on themselves or they allow others to place on them. But it's a great dialogue. You guys are at least you guys are listening and you guys are asking questions. You know, question me, challenge me. Don't just take my word for it. Go get the books, read them. Dr. Ben, Dr. Asa Hilliard, Dr. Francis Cress, Dr. Naeem Barkbar, J.A. Rogers, Dr. Claude Anderson. Claude Anderson was so cold, he wrote a book called Powernomics. He tried to get Magic Johnson, Bob Johnson, Michael Jordan. He tried to get all these people. Dr. Clark, exactly. He tried to get all these people to invest in Powernomics. Powernomics was going to, it had a foolproof plan to empower black people, to create an economy base that would probably make the United States jealous. It would have. Not probably, it would have. Amos Wilson, you're right. But they didn't want to pull their money together. See, because you have a $1.3 trillion buying power. That makes you the 16th wealthiest country in the world. If you was a country, you'd be the 16th wealthiest country in the world. That's saying a lot, bro. Based on the numbers, based on the number of so-called, I don't want to call you African melon, African American. We don't even know who we are, what our identity is. You know, that was given to us. Negro was given to us. Black was given to us. We didn't call ourselves that. But just think, if we put all those resources together, where would we be? That's why you think they burned down Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was efficient. Airport, hospital, bank, banking system. It had everything it needed to function. And they got jealous. The Muslim countries never help African Christians countries steal from Africans. All religions steal from Africans, bro. Africa, that ain't even real name of the continent. It's the richest, have the most resources. It has something there that ain't found nowhere else. That's coltan. Coltan is in your computers, in your phones. It's only found in the continent. Mansa Musa, most wealthiest man in the world. We have no culture. You think Mr. Anderson ran for president? Yeah, cost reference. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they bought down Unity One. Look what it's saying for Unity One. Unity. You think they want to see us unite here in North America? Do you really believe that? I ain't smart, bro. I just refuse to be told anything. I'm not smart. I just refuse to go for BS. That somehow makes me smart. I go for it, but it's just that I refuse to be handled any kind of way or told anything. Yep. Let me give you guys a quiz. Name the only African country never to be conquered. I don't know the answer to that, bro. But I do study, man. Even when I'm sleeping, man, I put on the broader files and listen to it while I'm sleeping. My mind is study and always taking in information. Ethiopia. Brother said Ethiopia. Haile Selassie, Mussolini tried attacking, dethrone him. Yeah, Ethiopia's culture is very intact. Their people, it's been around. Yeah, they have the oldest church there. What is it, Coptic? Yeah, yeah. I agree with that. Now that you mention it, yep, I totally agree with that. Haile Selassie was a tough guy, man. Very, 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 very smart. He's supposed to be he descended from Solomon. He's a descendant of King Solomon. Jamaicans refer to him as the rightful ruler, conquer a land, conquer a lion, conquer a land, the rightful ruler. What is it? A little sleep from the psych life, skills and supreme supermax changed my life. Yeah, Eritrean Emperor Selassie. Yeah, is our good God and King. Yeah, yeah, he's the rightful ruler. They knew that. They recognized that. Why you think they tried to destroy him and kill him and do everything they could to possibly not let all that stuff out? The fallen sons of the wait a minute, see what he said. The fallen sons and daughters of the Asiatic nation of North America need to learn to love instead of hate and know that their higher self is lower self. Well, hello is hell. Hell low. High is high. Right? See, there's certain things we got to learn about the language, the English language. Certain things we got to get away from. You know, it is a deterrent to our growth and development. It's woven in there. But what's shocking, even though we having this powerful discussion and we getting somewhere with some of our meanings, interpretations, there's only 67 people in the chat, man. Because we're not talking about no foolishness. We're not talking about undermining another black person or any of that stuff. You know, we're not talking about drive-bys because the culture conditioning of this country is meant to hold you back and hold you down. Wait a minute. Like, I'm sorry, I apologize. What are you apologizing for, boy? Let's see, Matthew. What is the name after who ruled Africa or Kemet? Yeah, Ethiopia, real talk. If I get on some of that other stuff, man, all kind of people flood the mail room. The mail room goons, man. I like that. The mail room goons, man. Damn it. We sending out packages today. We delivering the mail, bro. That's what we doing. Media is brainwashing many generations and only it's gotten worse. Definitely. It's gotten worse. But where do we go from here as a people? Where do we go? Mookie with R. Man, you guys be sure to like, subscribe, and share it, man, and click the notification bell so when this stuff comes up, man, I'll be able to give you guys some real facts, man, because that's what I do. I look for facts, data, and statistics. Anything you want to know about black people. You love the content like this? Great, great. I appreciate that. So, anything you want to know about black people, right? If you want some real statistics, data, and facts, right? Go to blackdemographics.com. Blackdemographics.com. Because black demographics say the black man, 51% of black men in this country are single and childless. 51%. 65% of black men in this country are in the middle class. So somebody got their numbers wrong, right? But that's on purpose. So go to black demographics. That's like FUBU, for us, by us. Yeah, it is like a Bible study. Watch Hidden Colors 1, 2, 3, and 4. No, everybody's not going to make out of this, unfortunately. You're right. But that's what a democracy is. A democracy is some people have to die, some have to live, some people have to go to prison. You know, the firm and the sick, they find a way to rid themselves of them so they don't have to take care of them. You know, they pretend like, like this country is so loving and embracing of its old people, but they really don't have. Once you become infirm and sick, they looking to get rid of you, bro. But anyway, Professor Millie Mill, the Hood Postman, drop by the mail room, click the notification bell, like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. So when this dope content hit, it'll feel like the 1st and the 15th, man. I appreciate you guys sticking by me and standing by me. And just listen, let me just, give you a little information. So once again, man, until I think I might pop back on Wednesday. So you guys be prepared. We'll go back in. We'll get into something else. We'll get into something else Wednesday. So this country is dirty. Yeah. So I appreciate you guys. Love you. Peace and love. Peace and love to everyone in the chat. Shout out to everybody in here, man. But Professor Melly Mill, we are out. Until the next time, Wednesday. Wisdom. Maybe we do Wisdom Wednesday, right? Cool. Right on, Devon. See you there, man. Right on, Mookie. Appreciate you. Miss Reed, definitely. We can do this again, okay? Marlena, you have a great night too as well. I appreciate you guys. And have the rest of the game to tap in, man, because we teaching here. We teaching over here. We are teaching. Until then, until Wednesday, we're out.